Agricultural problems happen all over the world, especially since the pandemic started. Even though we're moving on from COVID, agriculture is still suffering. There just aren't as many workers around now, and we need a solution. One thing has recently appeared that many companies are hopping onto. So stay tuned to today's video as we discuss how robots could be helping fill agricultural worker shortages. But the internet coverage needs to improve in order to do so. First up, how could robots do such a thing? The biggest issue with agriculture right now, and for many years, has been the manual labor involved to making it go well. You need to handle everything with care when it comes to agriculture. You need to be specially trained and know exactly what you're doing. Of course, there are many people around that know what to do and have trained in it. Sadly, less and less people are going into agriculture or staying in that field. They need more workers or a replacement for them. With the way technology has been developing, there's actually a mechanical solution to all this: drones. Drones can be used for so many different things, and agriculture just happens to be one of them. By setting up a flight plan and programming it correctly, you could spray an entire paddock with the press of a button. The farmers don't even have to be on the farm to use drones, as they work over Wi-Fi connections. This would be the start of further automation in the agricultural industry, and it needs to start soon. Fewer workers in the current food shortage means that things are much worse than they need to be. If these drones can help speed things up and make it all more efficient, then it's going to be booming for the industry. Automation on the farm is bringing with it the promise of hands-free farming, and it could help ease agriculture's dire workforce shortages. Food Agility CRC Chief Scientist David Lamb said hands-free or autonomous farming could be a part of the solution to the labor crisis, but it was about replacing tasks, not jobs. There's a lot of time spent doing tasks that could otherwise be replaced by machines, Professor Lamb said. I think the most important benefit here is about improving not only the business, but the lifestyle of farming as well. Sadly, despite us having the technology to implement drones on farms, the connectivity issues are what plague the system right now. This is a massive barrier that's stopping the drones from being used all the time. This is mainly in places like Australia, where the farms constantly struggle with internet and reception issues. This makes hands-free farming hard and near impossible, as a good connection and large amounts of data are needed for it to work. Our current state of telecommunication in the country remains a headwind that we have to push through to drive innovations on farms, Professor Lamb said. Corporate grain grower Lawson Grains has been an early adopter of autonomous technology. Southern NSW Regional Manager Nick Ennis said that he used automation tractors with weed seeker booms as well as drones to capture images for weed identification. But connectivity was a challenge. We've had machines operating that we really can't get the data to flow through to the cloud, and then from a laptop or iPad back to an autonomous machine, Mr. Ennis said. An issue that many are referring to if all of these plans go ahead and that drones start working on farms is what it means for actual people. Well, another industry that has already started using more machines than men is of course the mining industry. This industry has been using automated systems and devices for many years now, and it actually creates more jobs than you might think. Rather than having people do all the menial tasks that could also get them injured, they instead help out with the drones and make sure all the mechanics are working correctly. It's a really cool job that many forget about. So, that was everything about these robots helping out with agriculture. What did you think about it all? Let us know down in the comment section below. Also, tell us if you're interested in more topics like this one. And now, stay tuned for some more farming and technology information and news. Next, there's a lettuce shortage in Australia. What is going on? Currently, it's pretty hard to get any sort of cabbage or lettuce in Australia, and people are even paying upwards of $10 per lettuce because of this fruit and veg shortage. The sudden price spike hit pretty quickly and hard, and it's going to take a long time for any of it to come down in the slightest. Bad conditions are rampant right now, so it's hard for these farmers to get enough stock going and make money selling these vegetables at normal prices. The flood in February was then followed up with a really catastrophic rainfall that hit many other farmers just as lettuce was about to be harvested. It wiped out entire crop rotations and set the entire process back a long time. This didn't help with the current food shortage and just set everything back in time, forcing these prices to go up to where they are right now. We're even seeing prices of around 80 Australian dollars per box of cabbage, meaning it was $10 a piece. That is just crazy and really shows what's happening out there right now. The customers are complaining because this spike seems really sudden, but the food crisis has been going on for a long time now. The customers have only just seen the long-term effects of what is happening, and it's really annoying many around the world and in Australia. The big question right now is, are these prices going to come down anytime soon? Because of what is happening with the farmers right now and the struggles of planting lettuce and cabbage, it doesn't look like things are going to change anytime soon. Of course, it's all being worked on, but you can't really stop the weather from doing its thing. It's really critical to make sure the supply increases, as it's getting to really stupid prices in wholesale. The market is high and the volume is super low, therefore increasing the prices even further. No one is making any strides right now, and no one really really knows what's going on from here. The prices aren't getting better, and the volume is still super low. If you have product to sell, it's great, but getting more product in the future isn't going to be easy. The global cost of food has increased a lot over the last few months because of the war in Ukraine, and nothing seems to be changing on that frontier. So what do you think about all of this? Let us know down in the comments section below your thoughts on this entire lettuce debacle and what you think should happen in the near future. And our final topic of this video is Tesla creating AI robots for personal use. First, it's best to go over what actually happened at the latest Tesla event. So first up, yes, they've just announced that they're going to be making a robot. This was completely out of the blue and just shows how impactful Tesla are trying to be. This robot seems to have a bright future. What can it do? What's going to happen with it in the future? Are we going to be safe, or will this bring some danger to the world? The robot was unveiled at a recent Tesla event, just after Elon Musk had been talking about some driver assistance software for the Tesla and its vehicles. We saw someone walk out onto the stage. This person was dressed like a technically advanced robot, and Musk announced what the thing was. He said that the robot was obviously not real, as a person was just dressed as the prototype. He teased the audience with a little more, as he announced what was going on with the robot. We got a glimpse at just what the robot will do and how it will affect the world. The robot is specifically designed to fit into the Tesla ecosystem that Musk is trying to implement. It uses similar technology to the Tesla vehicles and runs on the same software. The robot is an offspring of sorts to the vehicles Tesla has produced. The robot runs in the same space as the cars and should connect when it eventually launches. It takes an ecosystem to the next level. The Apple ecosystem is the most well-known one we see people use, so this one could take over in the near future. What do you think about a Tesla robot? Let us know down below. So what are the real-world uses for something like this? The robot should be able to do some pretty useful things. It seems to be designed for housework and, overall, just assist someone. It doesn't seem designed to act real or even be a human at all. It's designed like an assistant, but just in a physical form. Instead of asking Google to turn off your lights or set a timer, this sort of assistance is meant to wash your clothes or bring you something. It's really an amazing feat and should bring us into another era of technology. This is really exciting. And that's the end for today's video.